Well, many of us love tax season. After all, New York State property taxes are just not high enough, and I'm sure none of us feel like we're paying enough. But of course, it's probably good to approach this whole thing with humor, and that's what Jay Mohr does. Jay Mohr is a stand-up comic. He was in Jerry Maguire on the Jim Rome Show. All kinds of a background with Jay. Jay, we love your sense of humor, and thank you for helping us deliver us with a little bit of humor in this tax season. He's joining us via satellite this morning. Good morning, Jay.
Hi, Evan. How are you?
Well, I'm great. I mean, this is the highest tax state in the country, so I'm fantastic this morning. But, I actually was reading, we were going to have a chance to talk to you. I thought this is cool because some companies will hire celebrities, they talk about their products, but you actually have a kind of a cool challenge or a welcoming for comics out there, don't you?
Yeah, well, there's nothing really funny about taxes at all. That's what I thought was neat about TurboTax, is they're having an online comedy competition to see who could be the funniest person talking only about taxes. It could be stand-up comedy. You could be a mime, although I don't know how a mime would talk about taxes. I'd actually like to see that. You could be a clown, a juggler, an impressionist, but basically at taxlaugh.com, TurboTax is having an online competition to see who could do the best stand-up comedy routine specifically about taxes, and that person will win $10,000.
$10,000, but it's got to be about taxes.
Yeah, that's pretty hard because there's nothing really funny about taxes except for when celebrities decide not to pay them.
What do you think Christopher Walken would say about not paying taxes?
Well, it's a silly thing to do. Taxes, yeah, in Rochester, you got to pay your taxes and write off your cowbell.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I actually played drums with a cowbell on it last week, and I thought of him. Jay,
I was going to buy like a new living room or a new plasma TV and just have it behind me during these interviews so I could write it off.
It is taxlaugh.com. Jay, you joke about your fellow celebrities not paying taxes. Is that an easy mistake to make? I got to think you guys at least have accountants, don't you? Come on.
I think you have to work pretty hard to not pay your taxes.
You've never had that problem? Do you? I guess you probably go through taxlaugh.com, or you go through TurboTax, I assume? That's what I was getting at.
I'm incorporated, so I file quarterly. I have a business manager, and I actually found out before I agreed to do all this stuff with TurboTax, because you want to know who you're getting into bed with, that my business manager actually uses TurboTax to double-check all of his numbers. He puts the program into his computer, so I thought, oh, okay, fair enough, let's do it.
All right, well, look, I appreciate your time, Jay, and we will check it out. Have you had a chance to, are they coming in yet at all, or when do you expect to start seeing some of these?
Oh, they're up now.
They are up now, okay.
Oh, yeah, they're coming in now on YouTube. I guess if you type in TurboTax on YouTube, there's a lot of fun. There's actually really, really, really funny ones. It's kind of like Last Comic Standing, but for taxes.
Yeah, I got to think there's a lot of non-funny people and maybe a few funny ones mixed in, but you say there's some good ones, huh?
Very rarely do you highlight the bad. We're going to really make sure we highlight the awful. when we narrow down the choices, we're going to really make sure that America gets to see who was just awful.
Who will never make it as a stand-up comedian.
Look how bad this guy was.
Jay, we appreciate your time. Thanks for helping us laugh this morning, and taxlaugh.com. Good luck with this.
And say hi to Holly for me, okay?
I will do so. I will absolutely do so.
Thanks, Evan.
Okay, take care. That is Jay Mohr. Oh, man, I could listen to him do Christopher Walken all day long. Well, we've got